Howdy partners, and welcome to episode 2 down here at Milestone Ranch. It's time to see what changes have happened inside the play barn. But first, let's check out down here because we've been doing some work. At the moment, this might look like an ugly black fence, but trust me, what lives beyond this fence is even uglier, and we just had to hide it from our guests. So we've built this fake fence in for now, and behind here are our staff areas, our recycling bins, our waste disposal, and some of our workshop space, meaning that when our customers arrive, they go straight into the play barn and they don't have to look at all of this. But it's a bit breezy today, so let's not hang around out here. Let's go inside. What a difference 100 days can make. The guys here at Milestone have really been working on transforming the whole visitor experience here. Simple things just like a refurb of the main reception area has brought a whole new lease of life to this space. This used to be a dull, bland space with a huge desk which made it impossible for us to interact properly with our visitors. As you can see, it's been taken back and made much more open. Behind me over here is our new photo point. So when you arrive, you can take those photos, so you've got memories forever. And over this way, this hides our boiler. This was all exposed before. Now, boxed in, nice and tidy. It's a bit busy in the play barn at the moment, so we'll head up and check out the brand new brick barn. Before we go up the stairs, let's have a little chat about this space in here. This was just a dumping ground before. There was a desk over here piled high with paperwork from years ago. In fact, when we tidied it out, some of the paperwork was dated 2015. So nearly 10 years it's been sat here. We tidied all that out, got rid of that, and opened up this space to become the entrance to the brick barn. You can see there's a ton of Lego pieces down here, all ready for building. But this isn't where the main event is. Let's head upstairs, because if you like Lego, you're gonna love what we've done up here. Welcome to the new brick barn. Hello you guys, don't mind us. Now, if you came to visit the old brick barn, you'll know that it was located outside in a blustery old barn with no central heating and no kind of insulation from the weather. Here, we're fully heated and it's lovely and cozy. Just the environment we wanted to create for our guests. This space before was a bland and pretty horrible party room with a mezzanine balcony floor. It was all open, but we've closed that in. Come over this way. This was the original height of the wall, and it's been extended all the way to the top to really box this in and make it feel like a warm, cozy space. We've brought our banqueting table over from the old brick barn, so we can hold over 500,000 pieces in this space, meaning that any Lego lover is going to have a great day out with us. One of the main features we've got too here is our fireplace. This didn't exist before, and it's been built out of a wooden frame before being clad with chicken wire, covered in paper mache, and then a hardening substance put over the top, so it's nice and strong for all our customers to enjoy. We've even got a little fire burning in the bottom, but there's one more feature that I really love, our centerpiece over this way. This was one of the biggest construction problems that we had. In the original concept, we wanted to make sure that we had a centerpiece for everybody to look at. And I just love nature. And in fact, everybody here at Milestone Ranch loves nature. We wanted to incorporate a big tree, but we couldn't decide whether we wanted to build one in a similar way that we built the fireplace, or we wanted to actually bring a real tree in, which is what eventually the owners suggested. They're great carpenters. It was a bit of a stressful day when we brought the tree in. All the branches had to be cut and then re-screwed and glued back in using metal dowel rods. They're about this long. It's way over my head, but those guys knew what they were doing. It was then braced and wrapped in fairy lights, and then we've got these lovely little pots hanging from it, just so we can tie the Lego into the theme. Now, if you come through this way, we're still working through this space. This is phase 1 of the brick barn here, and phase 2 is beyond this curtain. Come on over. This will eventually be our party space for all the brick barn parties that happen here. At the minute, it's a bit of a mess, so it's a behind the scenes tour, really. But you can see we've got insulation ready to go. We've got more cladding, more of this willow hurdle stuff, which makes the ceiling. And the first coat of paint has gone onto the wall over here. There's a lot still to do. And there's big piles of wood and metal all around. But eventually, this will have another big banqueting table in. And let me show you this. Another bit of the tree. Oh, just love trees. They're so good. Obviously, I'm going to wrap it in fairy lights as well and make that look beautiful. But for now, this space is a work in progress. And in January, it will begin to be converted into our party room. What else can I show you? Ah, yes. Follow me. Let's go down into the play barn. When we were designing the new brick barn, we wanted to make sure that we brought the feel of the ranch into the Lego building experience. So that's exactly what we did. And although it's not quite finished yet, we've already started adding those little details that bring the theme to life and tell a story. This is the desk of our inventor. It's continued over the storyline from the original brick barn into here, but we'll cover that in another video. Got pots and pans on the wall because he's just finished his cooking. And there's lots of other little features too you'll notice when you come to visit. One of the things that we are still waiting on that's a big bugbear for me is these plastic tubs. We ordered a load of half barrels so we could fill them with Lego, but they came from a whiskey distillery and they smell still like whiskey. And although some people enjoy that, it's not great when you're working with children to have the smell of alcohol. So they're currently in the back airing out in the hope that they'll be able to come up here soon and be filled with Lego. Let's go and check out some of the changes in the play barn. It's a busy day down here on Milestone Ranch, which makes a great atmosphere. Our team are busy working away, and there's lots of customers buying coffees and cakes and ordering food. Let's go see what they're all up to. Now, one of the things that is a godsend now the new guys have come in is this gate that's been fixed. It used to be open all the time and it was a real safeguarding problem. But they're such whizzes with the technology and construction, they were able to fix the gate, so now we have control with a big green button that opens it up so we can make sure all our kids are safe inside. Come on down this way. The theming has really started to come in down here at the ranch. Just little bits here and there, but we're getting there. And that's what it is. This is such a massive construction project. And the ranch is open every day. So from 10 until 6, we can't do any construction work, which isn't a problem. It's nice to see that everybody's playing and getting stuck in, but it means on an evening, we're getting stuck in. We're on the go nearly 24 hours a day at the moment, but we'll get there. It'll be worth it. Barrels are one of the first little theming touches to come in, and you'll notice the walls have started to change colour too. Behind me is the structure, which has had a huge deep clean and sterilisation to ensure it's up to standard. We want cleanliness to be one of the top priorities, as we know that's one of the things that matters a lot to people that come to visit Soft Plays. In fact, we had every single board up and hoovered beneath it and pulled out years of gunk from between the mats. It's been a big task. Another thing we've been looking at is seating options. Before, we just had tables for people to sit at, but we wanted to create a comfier, more cosy environment, and the introduction of couches was one of those things. Such a simple touch, but it's made a huge difference. I'll show you in our area over there in just a sec. We've also put in this little space too. This is the start of our arcade space, and one of my favourite things, Go-Go Pony. It's great. The kids stick their money in and then they giddy up like a little horse, and it's a fun game. It fits the theme of the ranch perfectly, unlike Galaxy Garrison, but we'll talk about that another time. Another thing that's happened is all this new signage. We love our bovine. He's great, and he'll be appearing everywhere. You might even notice him on the coffee a bit later. This is our brand new party space. So when you come down to Milestone Ranch, you get to hold your party in here. You go from playing the structure or off in the brick barn, and then when it's time to eat, you get this space here. We made all this fencing in-house and repurposed it from some rotten fencing that existed before. It's really cool. Of course, it's got to be red, white and blue to fit with the American theme. And then this space is for all your family and all your guests to enjoy. Cake goes on here, so we've got a great photo opportunity when all the kids are around singing happy birthday. Now let's go and look at more of those couches. Come on down this way. These are one of my favourite new features. They've been made on site. They've even got the Milestone bovine burned into the actual table. And when we were looking at the way our customers use the space, this area used to always have parents stood along the line here. We thought that's not great. We need to make it more comfortable. So we put these couches in, and it means now that mums and dads with little children can have a more intimate experience in this space. And it's been received really, really well. We've also got Creative Corner over here. We've got a family using it at the minute, but we don't want to disturb them. But we want to be more than just a soft play here at Milestone Ranch. We want to bring all the creativity and physical activities of a day out together so that we're catering for everyone. There's another space I want to show you. Come down this way. It never ends. Hello, Tim.
Hello, you all right?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for kids' plates.
Kids' plates. Okay. There's always exciting things going on here down on the ranch. There's never a dull moment. But there's one thing. Ooh, I can't stand here much longer because it's that warm. I want to introduce you to this. This is Big Bertha, and she's currently pumping out unbelievable amounts of heat into the play area. Before, there was no heating in the play barn at all. This has made a huge difference. You'd often come in here on a winter's morning and see people sat in their winter coats. Now, everybody's chilled out. Brick barn's warm, play barn's warm. It makes a massive difference. And one of my favourite things about it is it makes our American flag blow in the wind. Now, whilst we're over this part, behind me is the brick barn. It lives beyond this wall, and you can see we've done lots of infrastructure improvements to put that wall in. The metal struts have been put in to brace the wall behind, and soon all that insulation you saw in what will be the brick barn party room will be put into these walls for extra insulation and for soundproofing. We want the brick barn to be a nice quiet space, and this to be the hive of all activity and excitement. This is then going to be clad with all sorts of pallet board wood and different types of wood, so we can make a facade for the western feel that we're going to bring into the play area. Before I talk about more of our plans, I'm going to show you this little cupboard through here. Welcome to Santa's Grotto. Well, it used to be a Santa's Grotto. It's now a storeroom, but eventually we're hoping to turn this into a sensory space, a book nook, a quiet area for our visitors to come when they've had a bit of a sensory overload over there. We know that there's a lot of children with additional needs at the moment, and having a sensory space for them to escape means that we can make the ranch more accessible to everybody. And like we said, we really want to focus on doing that. We're not just a generic soft play area. We are way more than that. And of course, when the country park reopens in April, it'll be even more exciting. Let's have a look at some of the other theming ideas which are going on. Behind me here is another wall that the guys have put into place that encloses the brick barn entrance off. This is soon to be clad and themed like a giant western building. Oh, we'll just let these guys in using our fancy new gate. See, it works a treat. Come on over. We've got all sorts of fancy lighting to come in, more music, and of course, lots of painting to get on with and cladding. And because the guys here really work well with nature, we want to bring more nature into this part. The floor's going to get a brand new repaint too, so we can get rid of this horrible looking worn floor and turn it into an even warmer feeling place. Another thing that we did is taking back the counter here. You can see on the floor where the old counter used to be. We've really opened this space up so it creates a much more warming and inviting space to come into. Hello you guys, how are we doing today? All right, time for some quick vaulting. Whoa! It really is a team effort down here at Milestone. Everybody gets drafted in to do every job, that's the way we do it. And hopefully that way our customers will see that we are one big family working hard to deliver something better for our community down here. Now it's going to be pretty hectic in the kitchen, but I'll show you just a couple of improvements before we wrap up this video. It's go, go, go. Everybody's working hard in here. When the guys arrived here, this kitchen had a 1-star food rating, but with the hard work from the owners, they've pushed it through the roof, and now we're spot on. Just little improvements, hand washing stations and splashbacks have made a huge difference. It looks like it's really busy here, so I'm going to wrap this up. Next time, we'll go out onto the farm and have a look at some of the improvements that are happening over there. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and of course subscribe for more updates. More important than anything, keep on ranching.